Hi, I'm Erin. I'm one of the co-founders of Ancient Harmony Healing. We're a company of 5 women, each who had a chronic illness ranging from lupus, eczema, to infertility that healed using medical medium protocols, nature, and light. And it is our mission to help other people heal. Our topic today is anger. But I just realized before we get into that topic, I'm going to spray myself with grounding and purifying thyme intention spray because this is my first day after a very intense cleanse. I just did the advanced liver 369 cleanse, and it was probably one of the toughest ones that I've done. So I'm really digging in deep and getting stuff out there. And so I'm just taking a moment to ground. Okay. So anger, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but at least where I live, people are a lot more angry than they are usually. A lot of it I know is stress from COVID, masks versus not masks when you're outside and 12 feet away, and people being angry at other people for dining outside, and you've seen it, people being angry in their cars. And I think the first question that we should ask ourselves when we encounter anger, we take it into our bodies and then we have the desire to express it with somebody else, is what is our intention? Are we intending to get a certain result, or are we just there to express something so that we can feel better? And there's a difference between the two. One comes from a place of direction, and the other comes from a place of trying to heal discomfort within your own being. So I think a lot of times, if we're really trying to give the message or a message to somebody and we feel anger in our bodies, to take a step back and say, can I communicate this in a way that's not going to immediately get somebody else's defenses up? Because that's going to have the exact opposite effect of what I'm trying to do, which is to relay a message. And often, if we relay the vulnerable side of the message without anger and with sincerity, you're much more likely to get that message across, rather than just swearing at somebody and, showing them how upset you are about something. And if you are using anger and you just want to get it out because you're feeling that emotional discomfort, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but I am saying that anger has a way of spreading like a disease. So if we have one person that's angry, they express that anger with this other person, who then expresses it to the next person and the next person and the next person. So whenever we're the ones that have initiated this anger, just keep in mind that it can have huge consequences that you can't even really imagine. But he cuts you off and you're throwing all your anger energy at that stupid driver that cut you off and almost killed you. We can actually, as that anger comes, let it flow through our bodies, hanging on to the light in our hearts and our intention that we're not going to become it. Just letting it flow through you until you can gain your thought process back. And then once your thought process comes, this is where compassion can kick in. Because you can say to yourself, I don't know what was causing that person to act that way. Was it a person that's dog just got attacked and they were driving like a maniac trying to get their dog to a vet? Did somebody they love just die? And maybe under any of those circumstances, you would say, well, it doesn't justify their behavior. And maybe not, but at least you can have some kind of compassion for them. You can say, look, I don't know, but I'm not going to take this to the next person because I care too much about creating the kind of world that I want to create, and about my own life and my own experience and the kind of world that I want to create for myself. So that, in my experience, is the number one way to diffuse anger. And, if you get into a situation where someone's throwing a lot of anger at you, if you can take time just to step away, just to kind of reconnect somewhere, let your thought process go before you interact with other people, that can always be a plus. I know that we don't always have the luxury of that. So that's why the process of letting it roll through you really, really helps. So if you're holding any anger in your body right now, maybe we can do a little exercise on letting it go. So you can do this actually standing, walking, sitting. You don't really need to be in a deep meditative state. You don't even need to close your eyes. But what you do need is to bring your consciousness down to where the anger is resting in your body. So maybe it's in your chest or your stomach or both. And bring a gentle awareness to it, not judging yourself for having it, but acknowledging that because it's there, you are trying to control it. So make the conscious decision to let go of that control and let the anger start moving through you. Maybe it's going to go down into your hips, up into your shoulders for a moment. But you're not holding on to it anymore. You're letting it move through you, and you're moving into something more positive. You're stepping back into your own energy. You don't need to check in with it. You don't need to touch it. All you need to do is to make the intention to stop trying to control it and let it flow through you. Now, when we get to the place where the anger has exited our body, we might feel some residual other emotions underneath it, like sadness, or fear. And with those emotions that might have been kind of the catalyst to allow the anger in the first point, let's do a little exercise for those. So, now that the anger has exited our body, let's gently reach out to any parts of us that might be feeling some pain, sadness, a little betrayal, just hurt. Take those emotions and cradle them with your energy, like a child that's been hurt. Just hold them for a little while. And if they haven't dissipated, go ahead and gently bring them into your heart center. Bring them in, bring them home into the safety of your heart center, where the light there is so bright that it holds, comforts, and transmutes all pain, all suffering, all sadness. And then you can come back into your space, into your day. And like I said, you can do both these exercises while you're just walking down the street if you need to. So they're very useful for day-to-day interactions as long as you can maintain awareness of what's going on in your body. So I hope this tool really works for you and when you're facing anger out there, because you don't deserve it. You deserve to have a good life. And I hope that this helps you diffuse things that are thrown at you. And if you're the one that's instigating the anger, I hope this helps you have a more peaceful life. So would you all do a little blessing with me? And I like to do these all together because the more people that do them, the more impact they have. So let's close our eyes and imagine a big, beautiful ball of light coming out of your chest and then floating upwards into the sky. Imagine it getting bigger and bigger. The higher up it goes, until it's so big that it's blotting out the entire sky. And then see this beautiful ball of light break up into billions, trillions even, of little balls of light. And each ball of light goes into the heart center of every living creature on this planet, including the earth. There we go. Thank you so much for doing that with me. I will see you guys next week. Also, I am offering one-on-one intuitive life coaching sessions on a sliding scale. So if you're tight on money, I still want to make myself available for you. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. See you next week.